set up the play.
The Cardinals return to the city they called home for 39 years. But we know Chicago now belongs to the Bears. Can the Cardinals fly away with a win? Find out next on EA Sports.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold to be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense making their way out now for their first drive with Justin Fields, the rookie from Ohio State, at quarterback.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Escaping the pressure right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a hole to avoid the contact. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one, 38 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second and 8. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Fields now to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
There's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now it's Fields. That's caught by Montgomery. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. To the air again, Fields. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Fields. Flush to his right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield, try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go! Let's go!
Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and you get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his 3rd season in the National Football League.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go wait.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Montgomery running right. A first down and then some for Montgomery. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, Fields. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Here's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. To throw is Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Murray will go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. Here's Murray from midfield. Forced out to his left. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First down, Murray. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Murray. And that is incomplete here. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And this pass broken up. Contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Prater's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the 50, here's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. 2nd and 4. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cohen. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Gone by, second quarter. First down, a run with Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And it's caught off the deflection. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
How about that tip ball going their way? They've got to have a lot of confidence because so far, it seems like everything is going their way.
On the other side, they're just hoping that second half it's a little bit of flip the script.
Yeah, let's see if they can hang in there mentally because sometimes when things go against you so much in the first half, it's hard to bounce back.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Shotgun now from Murray. Being chased out left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game, though.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on second down. Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Well, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. Going deep for Hopkins. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no. and their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, next-gen stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Now Fields. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. From the 45 on 2nd down, Murray, he's going to air it out deep for Green. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown! A.J. Green with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. We've seen that a time or two over the years from A.J. Green, long, explosive touchdown catches.
And he is so good at playing the ball in the air and going over the top of people to make catches. I think his teammates call it playing a little bit of hoops or playing above the rim. He is fantastic at it and continues to get better as his career progresses.
Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Chicago offense set to get started. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Out of the gun, Fields. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Fields on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing again is Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead now up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing after the interception, Fields. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Fields. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Murray a give to Edmonds on the option. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Fields. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. To throw again on second down, Fields. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Murray now to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And Murray gets this into the hands of Edmonds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Edmonds. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a give to Edmonds. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Murray going to throw. Buying time to his left. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now he's flushed out left. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray. A 23-yard run. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Edmonds. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Edmonds again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. They'll try to run with Edmonds. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, Fields. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep Doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score. Valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Murray. Oh, look at the catch by Green. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Edmonds. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession.
Cliff Kingsbury saying, hey, let's take another look at that. He's going to throw down the challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So Cliff Kingsbury correct there in the decision to challenge that one. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Here's Edmonds. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. Extra point good by Prater, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Dancing to his left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Now a stoppage here for an injured player, and it's David Montgomery who is struggling a bit. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Back to throw, Fields. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Fields. Steps away to his left. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Let's go.
Normally we're talking about quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Fields. That pass taken in by Newsom. 7 yards the pick up there.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Drop deep, drop deep. Mike 9, Mike 9.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. Now a 1st down throw. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. To throw is Fields. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football, CD. That's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Hey, check. 3 down.
He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Murray. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 1st down, it's Fields. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, here's Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The football going back over to Arizona now. They have that feeling that has to be the best. You just go out in complete control of this game here for hopefully one final possession.
And it's a culmination of preparation that began with something along the lines from the head coach of, we're going to win this weekend, and here's how we're going to get it done. And covered all the details that went into it. They practiced them. They went over them. They tweaked the game plan as the week went on. And to find it all coming together and see it finish this way
makes them happy.
Oh, that's satisfying for them.
Yeah, they were very, very good. Now the last stages of this one. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Edmonds. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So we got man.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cardinals, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to